Could you tell us a little bit about what being a floor lady involves?
What it involves? Training of those girls. You have to be more or less a nursemaid. My God, I can't go on it. Patience, patience. Plenty of that.
All right, I noticed a minute ago that you went over and turned off a machine that the fabric had gotten twisted or something.
Right,
and
that's
you
right.
spotted it quickly
Right,
because she
before
was
it got involved
attending to
in it.
something
Right,
else.
right.
So you basically oversee what's going on in this
All the time.
in this area of this
all
room.
the time. This side and that side also.
You must have to be pretty alert.
At all times, because these machines go so fast. And you see that they're working, see that they have a set. 3 machines is one set. Now she has 3 different types of ruffle going through. And different types of material. Different types of threads. So you've got to be on the ball at all times.
How long does it take somebody to learn to be able to manage 3 machines at once?
It all depends on the individual. Because I've had girls in a week's time that took care of 3 machines. And I've had girls that have taken them 2 or 3 weeks. And they still were unable to take care of 3 machines. So it really depends on the individual how aggressive she is and how capable she is of learning.
Does it take a certain amount of mechanical aptitude to get used
Yes,
to it?
their own needles. The needles break an awful lot. They have to be able to do that. The adjusting of threads, you have to teach them, you know.
Is it hard to spot sometimes when something goes wrong?
Oh, no. No, no. You can go up and down those aisles all day long and you can spot check everything. Oh, yes.
I don't know if all of that.
I think another step right here.
Let me just see if the machine is going.
Now she's working on 3 different types of ruffles, but this girl in the back isn't. 3 different styles, 3 different types of material. You see that lace? That lace requires quite a bit of attention.
Does it twist easily?
Well, not only that, but it has the holes, and you have to watch out for the holes as they're going through the automatic bars if it don't get caught. Three different entirely machines. They're 3 shell stitch machines. You're working with 3 spools of threads at all times, where the other machines only work on 2. You've got 3 spools going at all times, and you've got to be careful that it makes a nice shell, because that's where they got the... That's it, more or less. And these machines go a great deal slower than the hanky stitch machines because they have to make that shell. Oh yes, I told her. Well, you have to because you have to make that shell. You know.
If these operators are paid by the number of minutes that the machine is going, if these machines, okay, it's the number of minutes the machine is on and not the speed that it stitches.
That's right. That's right.
So because the machine goes slower.
No, that's all fixed. The RPMs are all adjusted to the machines.
I see. Can I ask her? Could you explain what you're doing?
Thread the machine.
Did the thread break?
Yeah.
Does it break very often? Does it break very often?
No.
How long have you been working here?
28 years.
How did you get the job in the first place?
was recommended.
Do you like it? Is it hard to keep track of all the different machines at once?
Not different.
Did it take a while to learn how to do it?
I don't understand.
How did you get the job when you first came? How did you get the job?
I don't understand.
Okay. Thank you. How long have you been working here?
2 years.
How did you get the job?
How much?
No, how did you get it?
Oh, I find from my brother who works upstairs. Yeah.
How long did it take you to learn how to watch 3 machines at once?
About 2-3 days.
You don't find it complicated to watch so many things all at once?
No, I get used to, you know.
Does the material get twisted easily?
Oh yeah, very easy. You gotta watch every move. Sometimes it comes like this, you have to push, fix it up, put on the floor. You have to be very straight to go on the machine.
And this machine does what?
Hanky stage.
Thank you. We're making videotapes on jobs in Fall River for the public library. Would you tell us a little bit about your job?
This is going, she is, you want to tell her what you're going to do?
Well, the videotapes will be available at the library at the end of the summer. And there will be just about lots of different kinds of jobs in Fall River. So could you tell us what you're doing?
Well, you get a plain piece of material and you put the sew it through the machine and it puts ruffle around it. I sew 2 corners and it goes all the way around. I don't know.
How long have you been working here?
It'll be 2 years in September. On this job, I've been here since December 6th.
How did you get the job?
I filled out an application for my job head-in, and then after that there was not much work there, so I asked for another job, and I come here doing this. I was nervous at first. I thought I couldn't do it. I was scared. I didn't want to stay here, but after a while I got the hang of it. I like the job a lot now. Yeah.
Could you explain the hat that you're wearing?
What?
Could you explain about the hat?
Oh, because the flock comes down from the ruffle, so my hair won't get dirty, I wear the hat.
Well, I noticed a lot of people had the hats on. I wondered if that was why.
Yeah.
You just make them out of extra bits of material?
Yeah, and you just sew around the ruffle. They'll look nice, that's all.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Could you explain a little bit about your job for us, please? What is your job called?
Well, picking up from the head and
What is the name of your job?
folds and
Do you have to clip apart each little piece as it comes
Yeah.
off? And then you fold it into a bundle and it goes on to somebody else? How long have you been working here?
For a year.
How did you find the job in the first place?
I just came here. I worked in another curtain shop.
And you heard they were hiring here?
No, my aunt works here. That's how I got here.
It seems as though everybody knows everybody pretty well here.
Yeah.
Does that make it a nice place to work? Thank you very much.
She's not dancing.
Could you explain what you're doing? Well, do they have to be all the face up?
No, it's gotta be one down and one up. It's gotta be on face.
How do you remember and spot it so quickly? You work so fast.
It's because I got the way, I guess.
How long have you been doing it?
About 7 years.
You're known as the dancer.
Yeah, I got used to dance. When you're getting a job, you start, you start slow, then you get the way to do it. So when I started, then start dancing. I can help it. No, I can stop it. I only stop for a little while when I bang down the table. The rest of it's dancing all day.
Does it make it more fun?
And it gets me making more money then.
Thank you very much. Could you explain what your job is?
I'm an overlocker. I've been on the job 16 and a half years, and I really enjoy what I do.
You're awfully quick.
Yes, I am. The more I work, the more money I'll make.
How many curtains do you think you do in a day?
I have no idea. I never count. All I figure out is the money that I make.
The machine sews and cuts at the same time?
Please?
The machine sews and cuts at the same time?
There's a knife right here on the side. Tiny little knife to cut some material. Right here.
Can you get a close-up of this, Lauren, of the machine? Are you paid on piecework?
Yes, I'm on piecework.
Well, if you don't know how many curtains you do, then how do you keep
I
track?
go by dozen.
Is there a ticket
it's a
for a
price.
box or
Yeah,
something?
it's Like over here, it's 15 dozens of 4 3/4 at 71 cents. So we go, you know, by the dozen.
And you just keep the little tickets in the can and hand them in at the
And
end
we
of the
put
day?
our numbers and we wrap them, we put them in a can that goes on the office. And they figure out and it's how we get paid.
Thank you. How did you find the job?
Oh, I came here and I got a job.
You just heard there was an opening, or did you just...
I come in and I got a job. For 16 and a half years already I've been here. It's going to be 17 years. It's a long time.
Have you always done this job, or have you done other jobs?
I fold for Joe Freighters at first.
How long did it take you to learn how to do this?
How long?
How long did it take you to learn how to do it this fast?
Well, that goes by, I don't know, all depends. That depends on a person.
I feel as though I'm looking at a speeded up film.
Yeah, you need the speed.
Thank you very much. I gotta do this for you.
Hey, Marie, that's your seniority.
How big are these curtains you're folding?
These here are eights. Dash eights. 81 inches.
How long have you been folding curtains here?
30 years.
Did you just find a fault in one of the curtains?
Yes.
What was it?
Wasn't sewed at the bottom. It wasn't stitched all the way.
Are you responsible for finding faults like that? I mean,
We got to look at them. Yeah.
is that sort of incidental to the rest of what you do?
No, we keep looking as we fold.
Do you find many?
Sometimes depends.
How long have you been folding?
I've been here about 16 years.
You must be quite an expert.
Not quite.
How did you get the job?
I just come and applied for it and got it.
About the summers? No. I don't have to tell about the summers? No.
What about the summers? You don't work in the summers?
That's why I lasted 30 years.
What do you do when you get home to get off your feet?
I collapse in the chair. I do.
Seriously, is it hard being on your feet all day?
It is. It's hard.
As you get older, you find it a little harder.
Do you get used to it at all?
Actually, you would never get used to it. You do it because you have to. And you get home, I sit and relax for about 2 hours before I even start my supper. Because I can't move once I get home. I don't even stop to do no grocery shopping or nothing because I'm too tired. I sit in the car and I just stay there. And then when it's time to go, I just go home and sit again. Some days it's worse than others. Especially when we get the multi-widths, it's worse. These here are not too bad.
How did you feel about being on your feet all day when you first got the job?
Well, I always did work on my feet. I used to work 8 hours a day before, and I was on my feet all day.
You wear support stockings. That helps.
When you see some of the things that you've made here advertised nationally or in a national catalog, make you feel good?
Oh, well, she can tell you more about that because she looks at the catalogs. I don't.
Do we feel good? What do you mean by do we feel
Well, you know, you see something that you've worked on in a
good?
national
Are we proud of the fact that we...
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you are. Yeah, I guess you figure you had a part in it, you know. Well, no matter how small it is, you still had a part in it. I'm a little more taken back by the prices that I see. That's it. No. I subscribe to Sears anyway. I'm a great Sears customer, so I always have been.
When you buy any kind of a garment or textile item, are you very careful about looking for good quality when you shop now?
Yes, because we're used to looking for quality. So I guess after a while, it just, it's like a second nature. You automatically would look for quality. I mean, we'd probably spot something where somebody else wouldn't because we're used to looking, not necessarily just on curtains, but I mean on other things. I guess it has more or less you would look a little closer. Being on quality would give you an idea to look a little closer.
This seems to be a very friendly factory.
Friendly? Oh yes, we're friendly. Yes. You have to work with one another, so you have to be friendly. I mean, it makes for a long day if you're not. So you're friendly. We're all very compatible in here.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're entirely welcome.
Could you tell us a little bit about your job?
Well, I haven't really been here that long, but I'm on piecework. And, what would you like to know?
Well, what are you doing right now? What's the ticket that you're...
Oh, I keep these stubs, and at the end of the day, you add them up, and you put them in like 1 dozen, 2 dozen, and you put them by price, and take them home. I do it on my calculator, and that's how I find out how much money I made each day. And this is the main ticket here, and you have to look at the number, how many pairs there are, the color. You have to check with the insert. We have covers that go with it. You have to check all that together before you even start bagging, and then you start bagging. And that's how you make your money. And if there's anything wrong, we give it back to the girl, and she gives us a new insert. And if we do anything wrong, we have to redo it ourselves at no cost, really. So we kind of lose out.
What kind of thing might go wrong?
Wrong inserts, wrong size, wrong color, wrong patterns. But we don't get repaid for it when we do it over, unfortunately.
Best to do it right the first time?
Yes, that's right.
How long have you been working here?
I've only been back about a year, but I did start working here when I was 16 till I was about 19. I was married, and then I moved away. And I boxed at the time, and it wasn't piecework. And when I came back, this was open on piecework, and I love it. I really do. It's a good job. We got a good boss, good floor lady, and that's about it, really.
Is it a tiring job physically?
At first, yeah. But after about a month, I guess, when you get to know, all the inserts and all the curtains, not really. I'm tired when I get home, but no more so than any other job, I think. At least you're not watching the clock, you have to make a certain amount of money. And you're not just sitting down watching the clock.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Could you tell us what your job is and what you do?
Well, I'm a boxer, and I just pack curtains. I'll put 6 in a box or 3, and Penny will take 3 tapes, and a Sears will take 2. And a lot of them don't tape. Like this is a closeout, so all we do is flip it.
How do you know which is which?
By the ticket. Like this is 80. It's closed out. We just send it down the conveyor. And we have to check the style and the color with the insert and the curtain.
How long have you been here?
7 years.
How did you get the job?
I just came to apply.
And there happened to be an opening at the time?
Yes. When I first started, I was a bagger.
Which do you like better?
This, a lot better.
Why?
More money, and for me, it's better. It's easier.
Do you have to keep track of the tickets again, and that's what you're paid by, is the number?
Yes, by the little stubs, 5023, depends if it tapes and how many it packs. That's how they can tell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's nothing coming, right?
The last box.
Now that there aren't any boxes coming along for a minute.
Yeah.
You, what's the name of your job?
I operate the tying machine.
How long have you been doing it?
19 years.
How did you get the job in the first place?
That's a good question. I was out of work and I was looking for work, and I came to Lewis Hand and they said this was a very good place to work. You get entertainment while you work, you have music, and it was a good place to work. So I took the job.
You like it?
Yes.
You're content with it at any rate?
Yes. It's a way of making a living. Put it that way.
And you have to keep another stub off the ticket too. That's how you keep track of it?
Well, this is a stub that is filed into the office. This is a control of how many dozen I'm shipping out. In other words, there's 36 pair here, and there's 36 pair that goes down into the shipping room. There's 36 pair marked on the ticket with my initial signed underneath. So if there is a mistake, it will come back to me.
Are you pretty tired at the end of the day from being on your feet all day?
I'm too young to be tired.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Of course, there won't be specific jobs that are open necessarily at any given time. But give them a general idea. Yeah, just,
Downstairs, you'd be able to get the buses coming down there.
Are you making the pleats and sewing the rings on at the same time?
Yes.
How long have you had this job?
I've been here for 13 years.
Have you always done this?
Yeah, well, in this place is all I've done. I worked on a stand, brought the rings, and I came down here with the rings. So, but it's basically the same thing.
Thank you.